They sent it through the sister and said, you need to get out. And we are going to take you to court. Watch this now. The owner for the house lives in Florida. God allows him to take the plane to come to Jamaica to apologize to me, take back the notice, and said to me, live here as long as you want. They looked at me and they said, but if we give you notice, where will you go? They were more worried about me more than me worried about myself. I'm talking about the prophetic move of God. The last time I looked at the $240,000, me hold my hand up, saw me, say, me dead now. And me just drop back on the bed. Because I never see a way out. Have you ever been there where you don't see your way out?
Go ahead. You're talking to a miracle here.
You don't know who to call. Or who knows your issue.
My God.
They pretend to they don't know you. And when I said those words, I actually gave up. And that was what God wanted. Less than 24 hours. A call came in. Go to Western Union. I have sent you 2,000 US. God allowed rain to fall that day. So Western Union was empty. Isn't God wonderful? And I went up and I gave them the tracking number. And they asked me, what is the purpose for the money? And it's the fastest I've ever gotten money. Normally you have to sit and wait while they make some calls and they check if the money is legit. And they gave me over 200,000 Jamaican money. I walked from Western Union to Scotiabank with a miracle in my hand. I looked at the money and I said, am I dreaming? Because the enemy was playing with me. And said, I'm going to put you to shame. I don't know who the story belongs to today.
Jesus.
While I was in the bank, here comes another call. Reverend Prince, then, we want you in Winnipeg. We want you to come to an all-white church. Because we are having issues here. And we were told who you are. I went, Rev. And after I did 1 week of meeting, they had to extend my ticket for a couple more days. God will shift everything just for you.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
When I was ready to return to Jamaica, the pastor looked at me and said, Rev, how do you want us to pay you? Do you want us to pay you in US or Canadian? Me say US, of course. They gave me the choice. When you listen and you obey, you will not miss your moment. I Isaac listened to what God said. And he obeyed. That's the secret to your breakthrough. Peter walked on water. And the 11 disciples that had power, they stayed in the boat. They all were given power. But one decided, I am going to fight for my wells. He stepped out in Revelation. And if you notice, when Jesus asked the question, who do men say I am? Who do you say I am? He walked in revelation on knowledge. And he said, thou art the Son of the living God. Revelation on knowledge. I declare in this season that your eyes will be open. Your ears will be open. Not your physical, but your spiritual. And you will hear the sound of the abundance of rain. Every time I am going to travel, I hear the sound of planes. Don't hear me, somebody. Somebody touch your ear and say, open my ears.
Open my ears.
My spiritual ears.
My spiritual
To hear. I'm going to give you the last one. The last word that describes water and his wells. When I get back here, I will finish this word. Wells stand for generational blessings. Anything that God is doing in your life is for the next generation.
Hallelujah.
Wells stand for generational blessings because it stays in the family.
Hallelujah.
What you are fighting for, what you are here for, is because of the other generations to come after you.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
God is saying, don't allow nobody to run you out of town. Don't allow nobody to run you from the job that He has given to you.
Hallelujah.
The house that God placed me and my 2 children then, no devil in hell could have removed us.
Hallelujah.
We stayed there for 10 years.
Hallelujah.
And we were well taken care of. They said you can stay here as long as you want to. That's favor.
Hallelujah.
And from that day, I have never ever been broke. And I've never been in debt from that day.
Hallelujah.
It's important that you pass on generational blessing. Proverbs chapter 13 verse 23. A good man leaves an inheritance
For his children's children.
to his children's children. A good man leaves an inheritance. We must leave an inheritance for our children's children.
Hallelujah.
Your children must not come and work so hard as you did.
Hallelujah.
We tend to say that blessed is what? The one who has his own. No. Abraham left an inheritance for Isaac so that Isaac would not struggle. They were wealthy people. Me and you, we must leave inheritances for our children's children. Bill Bill Gates' children don't have to struggle. So why do we want our children to struggle? And the next generation. That's why you must fight for your wealth. Wealth signifies wealth. Come on, somebody. Others will be going out of business in this season. You must capitalize on it. You don't hear me, somebody? As I heard you speak about your child, God is setting him up for greater. And you will not be struggling not long from now. Because what? You have set the foundation. And guess what? It's going to be better for all of them. Because what? You put them on a path to success. Stand to your feet. Raise your hands. Gone are the days where you just come and you just shout and you just leave. We want to see the evidence of who God is in our lives. We are going to step out of the boat and we are going to begin to obey and believe God for mighty breakthroughs. The people around you who said you will never survive, they will see you survive. The people who is around you who said you will never live in your own house, will see you live in your own house. Those who said you will continually be begging, will see you having food, will see you be prospering, and they will ask the question, when did it happen? Raise your hands. Not only will your pastor be traveling, you will be traveling. You will be going on mission trips. I put visas into your hands. If you don't have a passport, go get a passport and prove you're God. Somebody's going to send an invitation. Come on, somebody. Your life will not be the same. God is going to flip the script. He's going to turn the pages. And you will have a brand new story. Changes are coming. You will be moving from one dress to many dresses. You will be living where they said you will never live. You're going to wear what they said you will never wear. You're going to eat around a table. And you're going to eat the choice. Come on, somebody, favor is so much on your life. Begin to praise God. Begin to magnify Him for your new season. Begin to glorify Him. Begin to see yourself soaring. Begin to see yourself, hallelujah, stepping up the ladder. Come on, somebody, open up your mouth and say, God, I give you praise for my breakthroughs. I give you praise tonight. I give you thanks tonight, God, that you're working out, hallelujah, everything for me, God. Hallelujah. Begin to praise Him. Begin to magnify Him. Begin to glorify Him. Come on, everybody. Come on, everybody. Just take the time out and say, Lord, thank you. Thank you for turning my life around. Thank you that you're about to start a new chapter in my life. Thank you in the name of Jesus that my life will never be the same. My life will never be the same. Your resting days are coming. Your rebirth is coming. Your comfort is coming. Your spacious place is coming. It's not every day you're going to get up and be at war. It's not every day you're going to cry sorrow. But you're going to dance and you're going to shout. Hallelujah. Be to God. Open up your mouth and say, God, thank you, thank you, thank you. I remember a Christmas like this when I was a child. And when other children were sporting and they have They had the opportunity of changing their clothes. We used to have to wear hand-me-down clothes.
Hallelujah.
I used to ask the question, why are we so poor? But our story changed.
Hallelujah.
Your story is going to change. My mother used to sell at half tree. And she used to sell from cigarette and sweetie right up. My mother owns 3 houses.
Hallelujah. 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 Yes, sir.
The house that she lives in now is fully paid.
Hallelujah.
My mother is 70 years old. And she still runs her own business at the age of 70. My mother owns 52 acres of land. And those days we were struggling. We used to have to go next door to get bananas. Remember when banana chips just coming out? And we used to get the bananas and we just had to eat the bananas and put a little butter on it. Now my mother can eat whatever she wants.
Hallelujah.
We can eat whatever we want.
Hallelujah.
Just raise your hand and say, my story is going to change.
Hallelujah.
Fight
Yes. Hallelujah.
for your wells.
Hallelujah.
Don't give up. I know it is stressful for you. I know what you're going through.
Hallelujah.
It's unbearable.
Hallelujah.
I was there. But I'm constantly hearing the Lord, don't give up, don't give up. The best is yet to come.
Hallelujah.
I never know that I would have survived.
Hallelujah.
I thought me and the children would have died because it was so hard. But my children are 27 and 24 now.
Hallelujah.
And they're still alive.
Hallelujah.
And they're doing well.
Hallelujah.
I used to hear the cupboards just echo because there was nothing in there.
Hallelujah.
The fridge was empty.
Hallelujah.
And the water was in there. But one day I heard the Lord said, read Ezekiel chapter 16 from verse 1 through to 12. And he said, open up the cupboards and open up the empty fridge. And he said, call those things be not as though they are. I don't know who I'm speaking to tonight.
Hallelujah.
But the word that I love about Ezekiel chapter 16 is the part when God passed by and saw me in my midst. And he opened up his mouth and said, live.
Hallelujah.
He was reading it. He said, live. Sharon, live. And you know that when God pronounces, when he decrees a thing, it is established.
Hallelujah.
I have been living from that day on. I got another dream and the Lord said to me, he walked into my former church and prayer me and Bible, not Bible study, choir practice was going on and a few of us were sitting. And he walked up to me like a businessman and he said to me in the dream, what do you do here? And I said, occasionally, Pastor James would allow me to minister. And the businessman said to me in the dream, from this day onward, you're on my payroll. I have been on the Lord's payroll. From then, I've never ceased not to get a check every month. I am one of the most sorted preachers around town. Because I obeyed. Just obey like Isaac. Don't leave town. Don't run like others are running. Gold is here in Jamaica. The Lord said gold is here. And He said oil is here. And He said buy the lands, buy properties. Because a turning point is coming. He said don't run. I am about to bless you in this country. This Jamaica land, I can tell you, is the most sorted island in the entire place. Something about Jamaica. Begin to save your dollars and begin to buy lands, buy property here. Because God has a great plan here. Raise your hands one more time. Somebody who placed this here? Raise your hand. Who is that? Come here. You walked into the prophetic. I bless you, my husband. Come and stand behind her. I take you out of Lodibar. Everything that Lodibar stands for. I strip you tonight. And I put on your garment of prosperity. Your garment where you will sit around the king's table. And you will sit around the king's table all the days of your life. I take you out of lack and I put you into the abundance. I lay my hand upon you, and every area of delay, every cycle of delay that has been barking around your avenue in the name of Jesus, I strip you. I strip you. Every disappointment, the cycle of disappointment. Every time you take a step and you think that this step, glory be to God, would have brought you to your breakthrough, here comes another disappointment. I strip you. I strip you from it. I strip you from every cycle of delay. Every lack in your life, I strip you from lack in the name of Jesus. And I put you into more than enough. In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. I'll breathe upon you right now. In the name of Jesus. I strip you. I strip you from everything that, hallelujah, smell like lack. And I put you into the abundance now.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
There's a lady by the name of Donna, and I constantly call her name. Donna used to live in New York, in the most infested area of New York.
Hallelujah.
Somebody gave her my number.
Hallelujah.
And we have been in contact for over 10 years now.
Hallelujah.
And Donna would sow seeds. And she said, I perceive that you are a prophet of God, that God has sent you into my life. And Donna would purposely sow and sow and sow. I remember every year, at the end of every year to the new beginning of a new year, Donna would sow her entire month. You don't hear me, somebody. This is a woman that was not saved, but she perceived her life drastically changed. God said to her, move from New York to Florida. And immediately as she moved from what? From New York to Florida, Donna's life changed. Matter of fact, I need to find a husband for her. And I'm serious. The woman moved from New York to Florida. She drives a 2015 vehicle or 2016 vehicle. She just walked into her own house. Can I talk to you? Because Donna is a soul. Donna stepped out of the boat. When you are in a prophetic meeting like this, nobody tell you if it's so. You come and you find yourself, you step out of the boat and say, God, I am putting my money where I am going. I am going to higher heights and deeper depths. My life will never be the same again. You don't hear me, somebody. I am here because I am a sower. I am here because I step out of the boat. I am walking into the prophetic. Hallelujah. Where they said I will never walk. I am having what they said I will never have. They told me to get out of ministry because I am a woman and it is dominated by the males. Can I say to you, people are asking me for what? Engagements.
Hallelujah.
You step out of the boat. Step out of the boat.
Hallelujah.
Mandara mahandara basietorbo. Ribasataria traba. Kerebeke setorunta ramahasa. Ramahasan derebekasi. Ribosia torushandaria. Rimahatandara kati. Rimohosi torushanda. Rabante debakasi tereba. Rimahanturobosa. Somebody God, do it. Somebody say do it.
Do it.
God.
Do it.
Hallelujah. Is there any form of US on the ground? I am looking at somebody. I wanted US and I started sowing US. I wanted Canadian and every time I get Canadian I sow it. God have mercy. Is there somebody you have some form of US inside of your hand? In your pocket? Who is it? You have something in your hand. Come here. Stretch forth your hands. Stretch forth your hands. In the name of Jesus, come and stand with me. Is there anybody with a passport here? You are stirred in your spirit. You are here to prove God, and you shall surely prove Him. I decree and declare a shifting in your finances right now. I declare that your hands will receive foreign money in the name of Jesus. I decree and declare, hallelujah, that you will travel. I declare that you will get choice jobs. I pull you out in the name of Jesus. I pull you out and I put you into Rehoboth in the name of Jesus. They said you will never sin, you will never survive. Oh God, but you are surviving because the hand of God is upon your life. They said that you would have died, but in the name of Jesus, you are living. You shall not die, but you shall live to declare, hallelujah, the works of Almighty God. I put strength into you right now. In the name of Jesus, you shall live. You shall live. You shall live. In the name of Jesus, Pastor, come with your water and sprinkle this one. Oh, I decree and declare. Lord God will begin to rain on you. Rain on you, rain on you. Sprinkle her. Rababasata. Rabasata. Ribosata. Every plan, every purpose of the enemy, I command it to be subside now. I command it to be tried by fire. I receive the fire of God upon every situation that is dictated to you. Deliverance. Somebody shout deliverance. 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 Come on, somebody begin to praise God. Somebody begin to praise God. Somebody begin to praise God. As we pour water on you, we pour living water on you. In the name of Jesus, you shall thrive. You shall thrive. You shall thrive. Is somebody else with US? Karabasando. Kerebesato. Koreantorobasata. Ribasata. Every US. Hallelujah. Everyone $1 shall turn into thousands. In the name of Jesus, I bless that money out of your hand now. I multiply it. I empower it to prosper. I decree and declare that you will go to Western Union. You will go to MoneyGram. I decree and declare that heaven will begin to fight for you. I declare in the name of Jesus that you're walking out of lack into the abundance. You will begin to walk into the overflow. Overflow. I call it by name. Overflow. I call it by name. Some trust in chariots.
Hallelujah.
And some in horses. But we will remember the name of the Lord our God.
Hey. Hallelujah.
You will not be disappointed. Look at me. Your story is about to change.
Hallelujah. Yes, Lord.
Cry. But you declare that my story is about to change.
Hallelujah.
Your tears will soon be dry. I put up common divine favor on you. I put connection on you.
Hallelujah.
That somebody will connect you to somebody who will bring you to your place of breakthrough. That's what connection is all about. God allows you to meet a specific person. To meet a specific person. In order for you to meet a specific person who is going to take you into your breakthrough. Into your above. That's what connection is about. Joseph had to go to the prison in order to be connected to the right people who is associated with the king. You stop saying to the Lord, why me? You say it's a setup.
Hallelujah.
If you were not being betrayed, you would have never been pushed into your place of promise.
Thank you.
I was saying to the Lord, why those who were so close to me had to betray me. He said, because you were comfortable. Sometimes we are so comfortable in the boat that we'll never step out. So God has to purposely allow persons to turn against you in order to push you where you need to go. If that never happened to me, I would not be here. Immediately as those who were my bona fide, they were the inner circle like Peter and James and John. And when they betrayed me, God pushed me into a ministry. And right there, somebody heard me, prayed. Who had a huge church, who has a huge church in Florida. The man came and he said to me, he said, do you have a visa? I said, I am a preacher. I go everywhere to preach. He said, next week we are going to book your ticket for you to come to Florida because we want you there.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Stop saying to God, why me? Why they had to betray me? Say, thank God that they betrayed, because you would have never been connected with who you're supposed to.
Hallelujah.
Stop having a pity party. I know it hurts. But you need to say to God, where do we go from here? Where do you want me? And those who betrayed me, they are so ashamed now. It is unbelievable.
Hallelujah.
Because they thought I would have died.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I connect you tonight.
Hallelujah.
I connect you to those who can help you out in your destiny. I connect you tonight. In high places, I connect you. In the name of Jesus.
Hallelujah.
There is somebody here. You are on the wheel. Remember, mark my word. You're on the wheel.
Hallelujah.
I hear the Lord said you're on the wheel. You don't even know. Oh, Jesus.
Hallelujah.
You don't even know that you're on the wheel, but you're on somebody's wheel.
Hallelujah.
And you will not lock again.
Hallelujah.
Somebody begin to praise God. Somebody begin to glorify God. Pastor, touch that woman's abdomen in the black hair. Raise your hand. We release the living water in you. We release newness upon you.
Hallelujah.
You're walking into a new year, and it's going to be a year of blessing for you.
Hallelujah.
In the name of Jesus, we release Rama Roshete de Bekeshe Ramandili In the name of Jesus, be healed.
Yes, Lord.
Be healed.
Yes, Lord.
We speak to every tendon. We speak to every capillary. We speak to every muscle. We speak to every organ. We command you now to come in alignment. In the name of Jesus. The ears of the kangaroo, the caterpillar, and the palmer worm. In the name of Jesus, we command a new season. A season of breakthrough, a season of contentment, a season of testimonies. In the name of Jesus, we command that shifting to take place right now. Now, 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 now. We command visas. We command a shifting in the realm of the spirit now, 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 now. Somebody's getting healed in your breast. You've been feeling pain in your breast. Be healed. Be healed. Be healed in the name of Jesus. Now, now, now.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
I'm about to close.
Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
A couple months ago, I gave a word to a young lady and I said, I see you migrating. She found me on WhatsApp and she said, preacher, I want you to know that I am in the US and I am working and your prophecy on my life is fulfilling. I decree and declare not one word will fall to the ground. As God protected the word of Samuel, so He's protecting this word. In the name of Jesus, you shall thrive. 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 God said you shall thrive because He's falling His rain on you. He's falling His mist on you. He's falling His dew on you. You shall thrive. Somebody say, I shall thrive. Raise your hands and let me bless you. I love to bless you with the priestly blessing, which is found in Numbers chapter 6, verses 24 through to 26. The Lord bless you.
Oh, Jesus. Make His face to shine upon
Oh God, man of God.
you.
You sense it in your spirit. For me to be here, the Lord shall reward you. The Lord shall reward you and reward you, because that is an area of concern for you. He shall come through for you, man of God. Be encouraged. Half of the people don't really know your story. But the Lord said, I shall reward you and reward you mightily. Father, I bless your children. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make His face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up His countenance upon you and give you peace. I declare that you will always be the head and not the tail. You will be above and not be beneath. You shall go in and out and find green pasture. The favor of God shall surround you like a shield. Goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life. You will never die a premature death, but you shall live out your God-given days. I decree a thing and it is now established. I pray for the blessing to continue to rest upon Pastor Hyman. I decree and declare that you will keep this couple in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed upon you. Keep this ministry that you have entrusted into their hands. Let there be no lack in their personal life or in this ministry. Let this ministry be a subject of envy. Breathe afresh upon them. As, oh God, the apostle travels, I know without a doubt that you have given her maximum protection. Without a doubt, I know that you are Jehovah Jireh for her. Lord, I decree and declare that you will come back loaded. I decree and declare in the name of Jesus that favor will be attached to her. I decree and declare, God, that you will establish her. Oh God, that's how you establish Abraham. I pray in the name of Jesus that all needs will be met. That God Almighty, that you will not have to worry, hallelujah, financially again in the name of Jesus. God, breathe afresh upon them. And I give you thanks and I give you praise for your goodness in Jesus' name. Amen.
Praise God. Somebody lift up your hand. Praise God. Ekayaboshanda. Stretch your hands towards God. Voice. Shakaraboshia. Rikorabosheketelibiyandalabosaya. Lord God, we cover under the blood. We thank you, Jehovah Shalom, Jehovah Nissi. Build a ball of fire around her. Build a ball of fire around her husband. Lord God Almighty, we pray that you watch between the both of them. Rakoshaya, as they go to journey to journey. Rakoshara Bakoshiba. God, we bless them going out and we bless them coming in. Ola Bakoshiko Torabahanda. We give you praise and we thank you for your word. Amen. While somebody just lift up your hand. Praise God. I can say tonight, God has spoken. Let the church say amen. I listened to the woman of God, and while I was right there sitting down, I don't know if I'll be here, but while I sit there, I hear the voice of the Lord say to me, tell her, I want her to be in the opening of the church downstairs. I don't hear you. I don't hear you say nothing. I'm not the organizer for it, but I hear the Lord say, let she stand on the ground. I've given her utterance. I don't hear you. Rakoshaya. So there's a shift again. There's a shift again. You don't hear me. I don't know who you have on your agenda, but I hear God said, use her to open Makoshaya. I don't hear the church. I don't know who you already paid for to come, but I hear God say, you shift. And God put her in the slot. Hallelujah. Coming out. And you can't do nothing about it. God have chosen her. And you can't do nothing about it. You don't hear me? If you reset it, God is going to reset you. God Almighty. And if you cancel it, God will cancel you. You don't hear me what I'm saying? She's the one to cut the thread. She's the one to pull the gate. She's the one to turn the key. I don't care. I don't know. Hallelujah. Man of God, I was at home a couple weeks and I've been watching it. Every minute my phone slipped over into here. Anytime it slip over onto the plane, I know a time of departure is at hand. It's near. But I tell you, if this woman of God move into that location, glory be to God, wherever I will fly back in just to see that utterance. Because God had used certain amount of people in a particular time to lock and to open. You don't hear what I'm saying? It's not everybody know how to open door. I don't hear you in this place. That's why you have problem together. You don't like me? You don't like it. I said, not everybody know how to open door. Some people will build a house and they will get keys, spare key, and come back in. But God said, use this woman I don't know who you have on your agenda. I don't know who you have. You could have the president, but let she be the official president to walk through the door and cut the ribbon. Rock the shot. And when he cut, God will cut. Rock the shire. There be no more lacking in the land. And the next voice you will hear, you will step on your own property. You know, like, stand on your feet and clap hands for Jesus. Glory to God. Come on, know what it's like to come out. You don't hear me what I'm saying. And when people have a heart of coming out, they want to see people come out. Lord Jesus Christ. Clap your hand for me. I said, Pastor, I don't hear her preaching, so if anything, me no know. Me no hear she preach, so I said, well, Billy, I don't know. I said, I don't hear the woman preach, I don't know. So, me I set up myself. I don't hear she preach. So believe in to God. I said, the God of Ezekiel was in the house. And I don't you hear me? While I was sitting there over there, the Lord said, you must be the one, woman of God, to take the church and open the next branch for us downstairs. I don't care what they want. I said, I don't care who you have on the agenda. You are the one, because first person come out open, and because they open we cannot get out. And God tell me tonight to tell the prophet Iman, that you are the one to open the church. I don't know if I'll be here because I know I'll be flying, but believe me, I believe that God, I've never spent Christmas. Last year I wasn't here. The year before I wasn't here. I am in trouble here. Because God must have some reason why He allowed me to be here. And I'm running from all assignment.
It's a shifting.
Because He wants me to be here. He wants me to see something in the end of 2017. He wants me to see it. He wants me to see that those who lock you in, God going to kill them and you're going to come out. Those who lock you in, you hear what God said? I lock and no man can open, and I open and no man can shut it. I said this woman already have the utterance. You don't hear me what I'm saying? I don't normally give money like that, but I hear a sound. I hear a prophetic sound. I tell you that the service start high. I don't know about something, but I know about this service. It is very high. The musician play alone. She catch up the key then fast. The wind of God is blowing in the place. I feel like I'm in a big service. You know, that's not what I'm saying. I feel like I'm in a big service. This is taking me to places tonight. Raya Bakoshiba. I said, tell your pastor, if I'm not here, and if I'm not here, and I know that this woman is going to open, I will fly back to stand with her. But if there's somebody else open, you're going to have struggle. You don't want to hear me. You don't want to hear me. You have the big friend who you want to use. And I'm telling you, there's a switch. There is a switch. There is a switch. And God said, you're coming out and they can't do nothing about it. And he switched it and they can't do nothing about it. And he settled it and they can't do nothing about it. So might as well you adjust the program and put her on the program now. Messiah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You heard a voice that will let water flow in the desert. You hear a voice. Rako Shanda na Baba Messiah. Stand on your feet. We thank God for you. We don't know where you will be the next day and the next day. But I believe that this door is open to you. Mako Shada Mako Shiba. Ikebe Bibianda na Messiah. Glory be to God. I feel the heavens open. This is not finished yet. Because somebody more coming out. Tonight when you leave this prophetic meeting, go home and tell yourself, I'm ready out. I'm ready out. And remember, I said the person that bring you out, you must stop the murmuring. Lord Jesus Christ. When you come out, you better wait on yourself. You come out now. There's a product that come out. You don't see it? There's a product, she tell you where she coming from. She tell you the struggle, and she come out. And she come now to bring you out. What a return. What a return. Everything this man of God speak, I speak it 2 weeks ago. That's why I'm not a threat. Kaya Boshende. You cut out at the end. You're coming out. You're coming out, divine sign and wonder. You're coming out. Entreat me not to leave thee. Just open your mouth and say something. Open your mouth, open your mouth. Thank you. Thank you. Shaba, you're coming out to man of God. She said it is well. She said it is well. You're coming out. I wish somebody could have shown to you tonight. I say you're coming out, Brother Gray. You're coming out, Sister Gray. You don't hear me. You're coming out, Sister Gray. Rakoshaya. You're coming out, Rakataya Masada. You're coming out, Angie. You're already out. Lord Jesus, it is finished. Rikatayama, it is finished. Rebo Koshaya, musician, we're coming out with a better sound. We are coming out. Hayama Koshiba Masata. The little crumbs that left, we're using it and come out. And God is giving us great sacrament. I don't hear you in this church. Great sacrament are taking place in the atmosphere right now. Elaboshanda. Ikaboshaya. Heaven bless you. Mother God, we don't know how to say it, but Yeshua Ketara Bakashanda. Elebidio Satanabahanda. Ekoshaya Makoshiba. Glory be to God. I feel heaven in this house. My spirit connect. I feel something in the atmosphere. We will never be the same again, Pastor Iman. Glory be to God. As we come out, we will not go back. I will hear you say that. Entreat me not to go back. Oh, Koshaya. Remember, I'm telling that the Egyptian are men. We're not going back there. You hear the woman of God. So take this word and walk out 2017 with prophetic anointing and with utterance. And the land that put up to sell, Lord Jesus Christ, go in and take it and hold it. Lord Jesus Christ, I tell you, woman of God, this morning, the Lord give me a scripture in Exodus. Tell me about the land again. Glory be to God. Come into the land. And the Lord give me the scripture again. And he said, the fear that you see, you will not see it anymore. Rakoshaya. And I tell you, man of God, I try to fix my house the best way, because God tell me I'm about to have another house. And another house. You don't hear me what I'm saying. You don't hear me what I'm saying. And God has given me utterance. And he said, look here, man, as much as I see these people by the house, if they give you trouble, I'm going to discomfort them. And I'm going to get it. Get rid of a shanda. You don't hear me what I'm saying in the house. I'm telling you, I feel something that God is getting ready to pull up something and give you a settlement. When God give me this word, I said, God, why you give me it? So settle. I was in a group. Woman of God, I was in a prayer group, and I was wondering, you know, because I stepped up. And I told you, they thought it would have been the end of the world. But it was just the beginning of my world. Jesus Christ. Doors just swinging open. Jehovah is name. You don't hear me what I'm saying. You don't hear me what I'm saying. You don't hear me. Ebabo Shanda. I know real people. I want to hear real people. I like real people. Just keep it real. This is realness. This is realness. Somebody who go down to the ghetto, to the ghetto, to the ghetto. So when they see people flowing down, nobody have no bad mind. I go down, we go down to the altar, And above all, the Bible says, above all, we prosper. And our soul be in good health. And we thank God as we walk through this door tonight, none of us will lack anything. Heaven bless you. The grace of God surround you. Remember, Saturday morning, we have been praying in the house. And Sunday's divine service. And will we meet Friday? No. Friday we give you Saturday morning church. Prayer for the church. Prayer for the church. And Sunday is the big day. We're asking everybody to continue. Those who have not yet purchased a gift for the children, remember, it is on the wall. Do something before something do you. Glory be to God. Select a gift for somebody. And Sunday we will bring down the Christmas for the children of the land inside this house. And remember, this Sunday we want a special meeting with the ladies of the house. We got to meet. Whether we have to meet, we got to meet. I want to meet with you this Sunday before the final of the year. Glory be to God. Praise God. We meet with the youth last week, and you have been selected. I want to meet with the mothers, the woman. You are the one. You are the birth of the church. And if I don't meet with you, we need to meet, because we need to hear utterance. If you can't ball, something is going to happen to the land. And we need you to bring forth. You need to cry aloud. And we need to meet with women. So tell everybody, this is not an intercessor of people. We're talking every woman that attend divine. We need you to come out on Sunday morning. Church is going to start early, and we're going to have Sunday school. Let us get together and worship the Lord. Continue to pray for this ministry and pray for your pastor while she's overseas. Glory be to God. Don't pressure her with nothing unnecessary. But let us work together. Remember, she preached a message before she leaves. Moses, when it was too much for Moses, God allowed Moses' in-law to come to him and tell him, level the ground. So we have leaders to talk to. If it is relevant, we will call our bishop. Do not call her. Those who don't have to call her, do not burden her with foolishness. She's on a different assignment.